This is Slough on the Great Western Main Line. Follow the markers over the footbridge to catch a train. Some doors are automatic and open when you walk towards them. Great Western Express offers the ability to ride and drive both express and commuter trains along the Great Western Main Line between London Paddington and Reading. You are currently riding an Intercity 125 high-speed train formed of two Class 43 diesel locomotives hauling a selection of Mark III carriages. This train has a top speed of 125 miles per hour. Train Sim World allows you to ride and drive trains from a selection of internal and external camera angles. Let's take a look now by exploring the exterior of this train. Other internal and external camera views are available to be explored. These can be accessed from the number keys. You've only travelled a short distance here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy. Welcome to Great Western Express. You can marvel at the iconic London Paddington terminus with its magnificent arched roof. Explore Old Oak Common Depot where many trains are serviced. Deliver freight to Hayes and West Drayton processing plants or haul containers in and out of London. Arrive into a fully modernised Reading station or visit the nearby Reading depot where the Class 166 trains are maintained. Along the way, be sure to place route maps, safety signage and locate the missing dispatch battens. Choose from freight, passenger or high-speed trains and start your journey today.
Stopping at stations correctly and on time is a vital part of keeping the railway running smoothly. Let's take a look at bringing a Class 166 service to a stop at Twyford. To start, bring the train up to speed, set the reverser to forward and apply a small amount of power using the combined throttle brake to get us off the line. combined throttle brake back to off so that we can just coast. To aim to stop at the S-board at Twyford. Apply some brakes now and follow a gentle, smooth braking line right down to a stop. Passengers are ready to start boarding. Release the left doors using the button on the left of the desk. Wait for the boarding, then close the doors. To release the right doors, the button is on the right side of the desk, but you won't need that for now. That was great. Driver judgment plays a big part towards a nice clean stop at stations, but you'll learn that after some practice of your own. This is the Class 43 high-speed train in Great Western Railway livery. Great work on being accepted as a driver for GWR. Today you're going to learn how to take control of this iconic train, get it moving and then bring it to a stop. Start by climbing aboard the locomotive. Enter through the cab door in front of you. Take a look around, and when you're ready, have a seat in the driver's chair. Set the reverser handle into the neutral position. That alarm is the AWS self-test system. You will need to acknowledge this before continuing. Press the AWS reset button. From here, but we'll take it step by step. Set the headlights to day headlamp and markers. Put the train in forwards so we're ready to get moving. Using the reverser again, set the handle into forward. Nearly there. Now apply some power and get this train moving. Ease the throttle handle into notch 1. ready to head out there on your own now. If you remember everything I've shown you here, you will do just fine. This is the Class 166 in Great Western Railway livery. This unit is used up and down the Great Western Main Line, providing stopping services to thousands of commuters each week. Today, you're going to learn how to take control of this unit, start it up, get it moving, and then bring it to a stop. Start by climbing aboard the unit. Enter through the cab door in front of you. Take a look around, and when you're ready, have a seat in the driver's chair. First, you need to get the engine up and running. Start by unlocking the reverser using the master key. Set the reverser handle into the neutral position. That alarm is the AWS self-test system. You will need to acknowledge this before continuing. Press the AWS reset button. When you're ready, hit the engine start button on the desk to get the engine running. Now, set the headlights to day. Put the train in forwards so we're ready to get moving. Using the reverser again, set the handle into forward. By setting the throttle brake to off, they will start to release. Nearly there. Now apply some power and get this unit moving. Ease the throttle brake handle into notch 1. Showing real confidence. All you need to do now is bring this unit to a gradual stop. Set the throttle brake handle to braking 1 to apply a small amount of braking force and let the brakes do the rest. You're ready to head out there on your own now. If you remember everything I've shown you here, you will do just fine. This is the DBS Class 66 diesel locomotive, nicknamed Shed because of how it looks. This locomotive used to haul aggregates up and down the Great Western Main Line. Today, you're going to learn how to take control of this powerful freight locomotive. Start it up, get it moving, and then bring it to a stop. Start by climbing aboard the locomotive. Enter through the cab door in front of you. Take a look around, and when you're ready, have a seat in the driver's chair. Now get the engine started. Set the engine run switch, generator field switch, and the control and fuel pump switch all to on. Here you go. Use the engine start button on the desk, then wait for the engine to get running and set the isolation switch to run. Locomotive uses the PBL braking system. Before we go anywhere, we need to run a quick brake test. First, hold the auto brake handle in the release position until the brake pipe control needle in front of you reaches 5. That means the brakes are completely released. The brakes now need charging, so a full application is needed. This time, hold the auto brake handle in the apply position until the brake pipe control needle is at 3. It looks as though the brakes are working as they should. All you need to do now is fully release the brakes again, so we can get moving. Time to get moving. Turn the headlights and marker lights on. Put the train in forwards so we're ready to get moving. Using the reverser, set the handle into forward. Now you need to release the last of the brakes, the parking brake. Nearly there. Now apply some power and get this train moving. Ease the throttle handle into notch 1. I think this is fast enough for now. To maintain our current speed, set the throttle handle back to idle. That's it. Let's bring the train to a gradual stop. Using the auto brake handle in the apply position again, get the brake pipe control needle in front of you to around 4 to apply a gentle application, and then let the brakes do the rest.
Welcome to this Class 52 diesel hydraulic locomotive in British Rail blue livery. This brief introduction will go through the start, stop and passenger procedures. Before getting started, some of the controls must be set in the rear cab, so head over and climb aboard. To allow fuel to flow to the engines, the fuel transfer pump isolating switch must be set. There are 2 engines in this locomotive and each one must be activated. A handbrake is located in each cab and they both need to be released before moving. Everything's now set in the rear cab, so head to the front cab and continue preparations. Continue the startup process by setting the battery isolation switch. As in the rear cab, set the fuel and isolation switches. A lot of time will be spent in the driver's seat. Take a seat to continue. The master key is used to activate the control desk. Set the reverser in preparation to start the engines. This locomotive features two separate engines that are started independently. Start with the first engine. Now that the first engine is running, start the second one. Headlights are important in letting others around know that a locomotive is operational. Give a quick glance of the platform to ensure all is safe and then unlock the doors. It's time to get going. Set the doors to locked. To charge the brake system, set the brake control appropriately. The brake pipe will take a moment to charge. This can be observed by watching the brake dials. To set the direction of travel, use the reverser. Increase the throttle to start moving. Do not apply too much power too quickly. It's important to provide a smooth ride for passengers. With the train now moving, it's possible to apply more power and focus can be diverted towards achieving a desired speed. Coasting is a method used on flat gradients to efficiently maintain a constant speed and reduce engine stress and maintenance requirements. On the approach to Twyford, start applying a small amount of brake force to achieve a comfortable stop. As before, unlock the doors to allow access to the train for any passengers wishing to board or alight. Good work. That concludes the basics of this locomotive.
Welcome to this Class 101 3-car diesel mechanical multiple unit in British Rail blue and grey livery. This brief introduction will cover startup, stopping and passenger operations. Before getting started, some of the controls must be set in the rear cab. Head over and climb aboard. Red lights are used to signify that this is the rear of the operational train. While the brakes in the lead vehicle hold the train, set this brake as indicated. Everything's now set up, so head to the front of the train to continue preparations. When ready, sit in the driver's seat. The control circuit key is used to activate the driver's desk. White lights will indicate to anyone around that this is the front of the operational train. This train features 2 engines in each driving vehicle. Start the engines in this vehicle. Now start the engines in the rear vehicle. Give a quick glance of the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors. Now use the reverser to set the direction of travel. It's time to move. Set the handbrake as indicated. This train features a gear system similar to cars on the road. To attain higher speeds, the active gear must be increased at the appropriate time. When accelerating and the RPM dial has reached the top of the yellow zone, it is appropriate to change up a gear. The brakes on this train act like a water tap. The higher the setting, the faster the train will stop. Open the valve to select the desired pressure, then close it again to maintain that pressure. Increase the throttle to start moving. Do not apply too much power too quickly. It's important to provide a smooth ride for passengers. The process of changing gear has several steps. Set the throttle to idle and allow the engine RPM to reduce below the yellow zone. Engage the new gear, then return to the desired throttle application. Let's try. Observe that the train now has the ability to accelerate to a higher speed. When the RPM dial reaches the top of the yellow zone, repeat the gear change process to continue accelerating. There's a short distance between here and the next stop, so be sure to manage the train and prevent overspeeding. To cruise at a constant speed, the highest gear should be engaged. This reduces the speed the engine operates at and is fuel efficient. Stopping a train in the right place is the greatest skill of a driver. It may take a few attempts to get it right. The brake control on this train opens a vacuum, releasing pressure holding the brakes off the wheels. To maintain a specific pressure, close this valve by setting the handle to the lapped position. Aim to be doing no more than 15 miles per hour when the train reaches the platform. Then come to a stop anywhere alongside. Well done. Practice makes perfect. Give a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe and then unlock the doors. Good work. That's the basics covered. A manual can also be obtained that provides more detail about the full functionality of this train and more. Welcome to this Class 08 diesel-electric shunting locomotive in BR Corporate Blue livery. This brief introduction will go through the start and stop procedures. Before entering the locomotive, the battery isolation switches need setting. Start with the left side. As with the left battery isolation switch, set the right side. Active lights are important to let others around know this locomotive is operational. A lot of time will be spent driving, so take a seat to continue. Go ahead and start the locomotive. Now that the engine is running, the master switch needs to be set. The main reservoir will take a moment to charge. This can be observed by watching the brake dials. To ensure that nothing moves while preparations continue, adjust the locomotive brake accordingly. The locomotive brake is holding the train, so the rest of the brakes can be released. The reverser is used to set the direction of travel. It's time to move. Set the locomotive brake as indicated. Increase the throttle to start moving. Do not apply too much power too quickly. Be sure not to exceed over 800 amps. With the train now moving, it's possible to apply more power and focus on achieving a desired speed. Coasting is a method used to efficiently maintain a constant speed and reduce engine stress and maintenance requirements. Make use of the brakes and throttle controls to manage the train and prevent overspeeding. Approaching the stop marker, apply a small amount of brake force to achieve a comfortable stop. Good work. That concludes all the basics of this locomotive.